Hello everyone, how you doing today? Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Hope it's been a good day, hope you've had fun. Hope the kids are well fed and sleeping. I hope the gifts were good. I hope your health is good. And quickly, I want to just point out a quick shout out to Plarium. Credit where credit is due. The pack that we got, I think, is pretty decent and we should definitely just mention it. So the free packs, we've been getting them for a while now. It's normally a few brews, a couple of potions, and maybe an energy refill. But on the Christmas one, we got a 5-star chicken, a Lego book, void shard, sacred shard, 3 agents, and a whopping 5 million silver. Which, if you kind of think about it quickly, I've seen Lego books 30 quid each, voids in packs, say like 5 each, sacred shards, so they can be 30 quid each. So if you add on 5 million silver to what they would normally spend that, or sell it for, we're looking at probably like over 50 quid here. So quick shout out, you did good plarium. Just an absolutely amazing Christmas pack, so the gifts are well received, thank you very much. And while I'm here I will say, my gear has returned. My gear returned the next day I logged in and I see my gear was back, so there is no alarm there. But this video we're going to quickly be going over a champion who, for a certain faction, level 21, he's pivotal. If you have him all the way through faction wars, he will be just amazing. He's got great revive, great moves. We're going to take a look at his stats and whatnot and quickly go through them. And first and foremost though guys, we need to fuse that champion. Who, you ask? Broadmaw. Ready? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you might say, why are you fusing Broadmaw? He's an epic. Yeah, he's an epic that holds the key to easily beating lizardman faction wars. You might think he's not too great, but if you use him for what he's meant to do, he will help out your guys so much. We'll jump into the index and quickly look at what we have here, because there is no Draco for me, there's no Fushan. Razin, I need Halberdier. No Vargal, Vergum, Krisk. No Jareg. No Basilisk. So I've got a few lizardman champions, nothing, a few rares that you can give a shout out to for sure. But this is a massive leap in balance for me for faction wars. We're going to find out why. So first and foremost, his HP over 18,500, which is very respectable. It's a very healthy dose of HP, and if you look at his overall, what he does with his reviving stuff, he needs HP to survive, so he's not a HP champion, it's not excessively high, but it's pretty good for a support. Attack, I'm not going to be using him for that attack. I might put a bit of defense on him, but it will be HP, so that attack is good, but it won't be my focus. Defense 958. A touch low, I do like to say 1,000, but nonetheless, it's still pretty high. Speed is 104. Soak it in, there's so many more champions that are way better than this guy, and they're a hell of a lot slower. 104 speed, base speed is decent. Crit rate, extra damage is the same, and 30 resistance. So, I mean, he looks kind of okay. He's got a skull thing on his back, and a spear sword in case he misses you with this big scythe looking weapon. So A1, attacks one enemy, 25% chance, placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. You get 35% chance on epic, which is okay. I'm quite a fan of freeze. It is single enemy, but nonetheless, freeze in faction wars specifically will help the dangerous enemies you're up against not take you out. Might help them not get their cooldowns properly. Help your guys, help your healer heal, help your nuker go. Any type of CC, in my opinion, is very good for a champion. Especially on an A1, it's extremely effective in freeze. Like I say, I'm a big fan. So, gift places 30% increased crit rate buff and a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, which is pretty good. You can pick it a 3 turn cooldown. Excuse me. So the increased crit rate is very good, just in the sense that you can allow your nukers a bit of space. You don't have to get 100% crit. If you're running like 2 people in the same team that have this, it just increases crit rate, so they get an even bigger break. But for nukers that you need 100% crit rate on, get them to 70, you can focus on crit damage and get a higher damage output. So increased crit rates, 30% is never a bad thing. 15% small version increased speed, any type of speeding up of your teammates will help you irrespective of what you're doing. So a pretty good A2. But this is the move here that basically makes him so viable. So viable for faction wars right up to the end. Resurrect. 7 turn can go to a 5 turn. You can increase the heal. It says 25%, but it won't be an extra 25%. It's weird how that works, but it revives 2 random dead allies with 25% HP. Places a block damage buff on the revived allies for 1 turn. That will help you 3 stars. Faction wars keep your guys alive. As soon as they're revived, they're going to have low HP. So you know, dungeon faction wars will be targeted. If they've got block damage on them for 1 turn, it's long enough for somebody else to heal, somebody else to veil whatever it is that allows them, your teammates, to survive. So this is the money maker for Broadmaw right here. This is why when I built him up, which I will do for faction wars, he will be in the team consistently. I will not remove him. I think I'm only going to build him for faction wars. I'm not sure where else I could use him. You could mess around with him, but can take him into Fire Knight. He puts on 2 buffs, single hit A1. It's purely faction wars as part of a team to complete it. That's where he needs to be. He's not going to be putting up massive damage, ground breaking. Use him, keep him alive for Resurrect. You will buff up your crit and your speed, and you can get a 35%. You get the mastery, is 40% chance to freeze, and 1 turn is enough to kill someone. So take this guy into faction wars, because that's what I'm going to do with him. I think he'd be absolutely phenomenal. And keep in mind, there is videos from this from Mandible that features Azazel, 2 very smart people, way smarter than me. I'm an empty bucket compared to them, and they'd probably tell you the same. There has been lizardman reviews. So the Resurrect for me is that's the money maker. That's why I wanted to fuse him. I just had to wait for a certain Void champion to be pulled first. But I've wanted this guy for quite a bit of time. And he will increase allied defense in arena battles by 30%. 33% is a good increase. If it's an arena, I would put him into arena defense. Just so we can slow people down. He'll revive everyone. Make him tanky. You will slow people down when they're trying to farm you for sure. So overall, taking this Broadmaw guy, as you can see, I have Jizzle and Jarang unless I build other people up. But nonetheless, if I had other epics, he would still be going in the team. If I had Legos, he'd still go in the team, regardless. So that's pretty much I think the way this video is going to go. Shout out to Plarium, fantastic Christmas pack. We do appreciate it. It's, when you look at the value of it, it's actually really, really good. We've got a new Faction Wars champion, which I'm quite excited about. Next stop is build them up, get some gear, crack on my Faction Wars and show you guys the results. And while we're on the subject, champions, having the first of two 10x events. I've got everybody except Sir Nick, so I'm not going to be pooling. Yeah, it's a 10x, so your rates of success are still unchanged. If you're early, mid, pool for Stag Night. The other three, don't worry about it. Sir Nick is probably for the person that wants Sir Nick and has Void Shards. Otherwise, it's very risky to pool him because next week we're getting a double times Voids. And also, the next event coming up, 10x, is for the new champions, so keep an eye out for them. And then here, I will potentially pull for a few. There's a few like Rector's Wraith, the Vendaren. Some of the champions look pretty decent. Compared to what we normally get, they're looking really, really good. So guys, we'll leave it there. We're doing the shout out, doing a fuse, get Broadmaw, tell you guys why I'm doing it and when I'm using them, which is Faction Wars. There's a current 10x if you're interested, because it's Christmas, people are pooling. So if you're feeling that Christmas spirit, then go right ahead. But guys, short video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate it. I know it's Christmas, you're with your families, you're with your friends, you're with your children. There's always a lot going on, but I appreciate you sticking around just to watch this video, watch me fuse somebody, allow me to pass out information. It's been a lot of fun, guys. I'll see you next time.